Hey everybody, I'm doing an unboxing video. I've already unboxed, but I'm going to show you what's in the box. I'm going to do this as quickly as possible and acknowledge a few other things that I've received, from last year, at least. And I'll begin now. Let me just get behind the camera and make sure I'm not exposing any addresses. Okay. So, this is from Tom, TB4667. I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about when I mention just your first names, because of the sheer numbers of people that I have viewing are in the single digits. So, this is a fanzine that Tom did. He mentioned this in one of his videos. And he sent me a copy of it. And I have not read the whole thing from cover to cover, but this is a blast from the past, from a different point of view. I think I was saying a lot of the same things that were being said in here. I know most of the major publications were saying a lot of the same things that were being said in here, like Next Generation, Game Fan in particular. Next Gen was more from a business point of view for the most part, and then they sort of died out and then came back, I think. When they came back, they were a little more EGM-ish, if you want to compare it to another magazine, but I digress. This fanzine is it's what you would expect of somebody who is informed by the little amount of information that would trickle out to us back in 2000, which, you had to count on magazines. I miss magazines, I really do. Game Fan especially, that was a great one. So this is following the launch of the Dreamcast, and it talks a bit about the upcoming PS2 system and the problems that were supposedly going to plague the system for all eternity, like aliasing and stuff that I totally forgot about, like that. Anyway, this is good stuff, and I appreciate you sending that my way, because it is a little slice of history there, just from the fan perspective, which is very fun. This is a Masters of the Universe poster from 1986. I had several of this poster. There was a toy store called Lionel Playworld, and back in, I guess, 86, this is when the poster came out, was 86. If you bought a Masters of the Universe item, you would get this poster for free at the checkout stand. And so I ended up with more than one of these posters, and this was the third of 4 posters that were done in this style. The artist, I think his name is William George. He did some of the box art for the vehicles as well. Anyway, this is the showcase of this particular poster. This is the Eternia playset, and that was basically supposed to be like a super Castle Grayskull. That's the initial concept, was to redo Castle Grayskull, but they instead made it into 3 separate towers and called it Eternia, the Ultimate Battleground. And you could connect Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain to these towers on the either end here. So the Grayskull Tower and the Viper Tower had plastic strips that you could attach to Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull, respectively. Very cool toy. I had to sell mine before we moved up here to get some money. I sent it to this one guy. He lowballed me, and I just took it because I needed it. Anyway, cool poster. Lots of characters on here, including this guy here. It is a combination of Multibot and Modulok. They decided to call him Mega Beast, and you can recreate him if you want. Very cool. Ninjor and Scareglow here, and the Snake Men, the first round of the Snake Men. In the foreground you have Flying Fist He-Man and Terraclaw Skeletor. We got the trio of weirdos here. Snout Spout, Rio Blast, Extendar. And one of the newer Horde characters was Dragstore. And the ill-conceived Rock Warriors, Rockon and Stondar. And Hordak with the Mantisaur, and Horde Troopers are running up the bridge here to get to Eternia's Central Tower. And up at the top, King Randor, the Sorceress, and Man-E faces. Now, Randor was released as a mail-away figure, and then released on card later on. Sorceress was actually one of the figures I bought to get this poster. I didn't know I was going to be getting this poster, but I did. So I'm going to fold this up, put it back. It's in good shape. Thank you very much, Tom, for grabbing it for me. Up here is a towel. This is a Masters of the Universe beach towel, and the most interesting thing about this is there is, as you can see here, this is a Filmation. This is a Filmation He-Man, and that is a Filmation style Teela. The rest of this is all old artwork for the toys before the cartoon came out. These are from the style guides. Style guides were sent out to licensees who are going to make, like, you know, board games, puzzles, whatever, coloring books, all that type of crap. Told you what they looked like, what the thing was, what the name was, what its powers were, what it was supposed to do in the world of the Masters of the Universe mythology, which is why there's so many conflicting stories about it in the early days, especially once the cartoon came around. It's pretty much what it became. So this Castle Grayskull is a very old piece compared to the style of this He-Man from the cartoon, which was created around 1983. They were working on it back before that, but this artwork, and this is Mattel art for Orko. It was on the back of his card, and I think Errol McCarthy did this illustration, among many others, for the backs of the cards. Even though this character was created by Filmation, but it has Mattel artwork on it, so that's pretty interesting and cool. And that is very early Skeletor art from the very humble beginnings of Masters of the Universe. And this is cool, and thank you again, Tom. I really appreciate that. And on to some of the other contents of this box here. So Harry sent this Batman bank, and if you look carefully, I don't know how well you can see the detail on this, but they didn't make much or spend much on this thing making it, because all the details are stickers. That profile there, the eyes, the bat emblem, the belt here, all of it is a sticker. Funny. Don't know where this came from, what company made this, but it is pretty cool, and I can start saving up now. I have a bank account to protect my coins. Alright, so more of this. I already cleared out the contents of this box and went through all this, but I'm showing you guys for fun. Tom told me he was sending me this. This is Metro Redux for the PS4. I do not know anything about this game other than it is a first-person shooter. Not my particular genre, but I'm going to give this a try because according to the videos that I've watched on this, it looks like it's pretty neat. Lots of monsters and kind of ugly, bloody looking things, and pretty cool. Looks like it's something that I might be into. If I can't beat it, that's okay. But there we go, it's in the pile. And from all the way around the world here, this Vanilla Ice card, which has made its way from wherever JCAU99 got this. I sent it to Tom, and now it is in my possession, and it will be over here with my my video games hanging out. He'll be guarding my my Vita stuff, I think. I'll just put him up there. Yeah. Alright, thanks Vanilla. And thank you, Tom. And here's a cool thing that he threw my way. Granada for the Genesis. Classic game, sort of. I don't know if it's considered a classic, but I really like it, and it's a Renovation game, and Renovation was always cool because they were Telenet games brought out in the US. It was always good to get the sheer bulk of so many cool games on the Genesis that we didn't really typically get when Renovation wasn't always around, and third parties weren't always bringing out some of the nicer, more interesting and cool looking games from Japan. We got a lot of some of the stale ones, but not when it came to Technosoft and Renovation and some other third parties. We got some plenty of cool stuff. I haven't played this since back in the day, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like. Does it hold up to my memories? I'm imagining it does, but we'll find out. And one last thing. This is real funny. I'm going to throw this in there. I'll put that up there. This is what appears to be some kind of kinky sex toy, but it isn't. It's like body spray. It's actually some kind of what is this? Dead Rising 4 mistletoe. So Tom, we're gonna stand underneath this around Christmas time, okay? We'll call it. We'll make the date for that. What date is Christmas? I'm joking, and yeah. So let me just organize some of this mess here. Put this back in there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, and oh look, manila envelopes. Now this is stuff I've had for a minute now. This one was from Goodwill Hunter, and he wrote this love letter on the back here. What this is a, what is this, a memory card. It's a memory, when did he send this to me? It's a memory card for the original Xbox that he found at a Goodwill or a thrift store of some sort. I don't remember if it was Goodwill or not, but he's Goodwill Hunter, so we're going to say it is Goodwill. And I should have just, bought one of these on eBay instead of asking him for it, but I asked if I could buy it from him, and he just said, give me your address. So I did, and he mailed it my way. And that's cool because every time I go on eBay or I go to search something on Google, anytime I have to type something into a search field, I completely fucking blank out on what it was that I was going to look for the second that my fingers touch the keys or I click the cursor onto the search bar. My mind goes entirely blank, can't figure out what it was I was looking for. I start trying to guess, and then I end up looking at random stuff on eBay or just closing out the Google page, and I'm back on some useless social media forum, farting around, doing nothing. And anyway, what I'm saying is, if I was trying really hard to get this for myself on my own, I may not have been all that successful because of my forgetfulness in that particular instance. I don't know why my mind goes blank sometimes when I am searching for crap on the internet. Do I need to open this on camera? For crying out loud, I can't get this done with one hand. Alright, there, I think I got it open. But this has been in my basement for a good while now. And Justin showed Josh this artwork that he had put on the back, which I thought was pretty funny. And it's pretty cool. Now, I'm hoping that I can use this memory card to save my game files that were on my old school Xbox, my original Xbox, because my does not read any disk data anymore. Well, it can tell that there's a disk in the system, but it will not pick it up anymore. Power's up fine. I don't know what the problem is or how to fix it, and finding a original Xbox nowadays is not the easiest thing in the world. I'm not using it to mod it or anything, but I could, I suppose, get somebody to mod it for me, because I don't know how to do that stuff. So this one that I'm taking out now is from Josh, JCA99. I bought this from him roughly around the same time. Well, there's a note. Your dick is beautiful, confirmed. And what is this one again? I can't remember. Oh, it's Raiden 4. Raiden 4. I bought this one from him. I guess he found this one at a yard sale? I don't remember. And he sold his to me because I guess he's not going to use it. And I've been talking about getting a 360 for a minute. And I do intend to. I haven't done it yet, but it's coming. It's going to happen one of these days. I'm just going to bite down and pay the GameStop price for a used one, because I would rather have the warranty, because going to the pawn shop to get one is unsafe, I think. There's no real guarantees. So this is in good shape. Did not come with a soundtrack, but I am not broken-hearted about that. It is complete and works, I'm assuming. But yes, this is one I'm looking forward to playing. I have a few shooters now here for the 360, and I will be rocking those. Look at the spine on that. You can really tell what that one says. I like that. And that is that. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate your kindness and generosity. And I don't expect anything from anybody. I just want you to know that. I try to do my best to not lowball anybody or rip anybody off or be cheap, whatever. That's about that. You know what I'm trying to say, I think. Anyway, thank you guys, and thanks for watching. You guys take care. Have a good one. Bye.